multiply a 3-digit number by a 2-digit number. The numbers that we're going to use are 356 times 24. And the method that we're going to use to multiply these numbers is called the partial products method. And what we're going to do is we're going to use 356 by 24 and model that into an array. So we're going to want to draw a larger line on top of the array for 356. And then draw this line on the side a little bit smaller because 24 is less than 356. And this is our modeled array. The next thing we're going to do is break up each number by its place value. So for 24, in the 1 spot we have a 4, so we're going to put the 4 down here. And in the 10 spot we have a 2, which equals 20. I'm going to put that up there. We're going to do the same thing for 356. In the 1 spot we have a 6. We're going to put this down here. In the 10 spot we have a 5, so that's going to represent 50. And in the 100 spot we have a 3, that's going to represent 300. And then we're going to draw our lines. And the reason that I drew the lines like that is because this part of the array, 356 by 24, is 300 by 20. And 300 by 20 is greater than 50 by 20, 6 by 20, and so on. So the first thing that we're going to do is look at our numbers. This part of the array is 20 times 300. This part of the array, this section right here, is 4 times 300. Coming down here, this section of the array is 20 times 50. And this section of the array is 4 times 50. This section of the array is 20 times 6. And this one is 4 times 6. So now that we have each section of our array filled out, we can come over here. This number right here, we're going to multiply 4 times 6. So that's 4 times 6. And that represents this little square of the array. So we have this one. The next number we're going to move to is 4 times 50. And the reason that we're going to write 4 times 50 is because in 356, the 5 is in the 10 spot, so the 5 technically represents 50 since it's in the tens. So that's 4 times 50. And we come over to our array, and we have 4 times 50 right here. The next thing we're going to do is 4 times 300, and the reason we're going to do 300 is because 3 is in the 100 spot in the number 356. So we're going to write 4 times 300. And come over to our array, and we have that right here. Okay, so now we're going to move to the 2. Now this doesn't equal 2, this actually represents 20 because the 2 is in the 10 spot in 24, so that represents 20. So this will be 20 times 6. And we have that right here in our array. This would be 20 times 50. And we have 20 times 50 right here in our array. And then this would be 20 times 300. And we have 20 times 300 in this part of our array. So we have all the space in the array counted for, so we know that we have our total number here. The next thing we're going to do is multiply. So 4 times 6 is 24. 4 times 50 is 200. 4 times 300 is 1200. 20 times 6 is 120. 20 times 50 is 1,000. And 20 times 300 is 6,000. And the reason that we line up our numbers is because at the end we're going to add. So we're going to add these together. We're going to add our ones column. So we get 4 in the ones place. Add up the tens, we get 4 in the tens place. Our hundreds, we get 2 plus 2 plus 1 is 5. And then in the thousands place, we get 6 plus 1 is 7 plus 1 is 8. So our answer to 356 times 24 is 8,544.